Star Trek Legacy going to happen?
Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
The world is so confusing when it comes to Star Trek. Star Trek fans there's a lot of people that give a lot of hate towards Alex Kurtzman. And there's some people that give a lot of love towards Alex Kurtzman. But I believe he does get a lot of hate. And the weird thing is, I'm not always sure that Alex Kurtzman deserves a whole bunch of hate or that he deserves a whole bunch of love either. I don't really know, to be honest, and I don't think anybody does 100%. Only the people directly involved can tell us that. And if people are directing a whole bunch of hate towards Alex Kurtzman, that stinks, especially if it's not all his fault. But let's listen to this. The perception is, and I wish I could have 5 minutes to speak with Alex Kurtzman to sort of, figure out what his opinion on things are and to hear sort of his side of the story, but that will never happen because I'm a scumbag who does a show from my office in my basement. And I'm a loser fan like everybody. See, we're all really just peasants to these people. I've found this out through time and time again, speaking with people in the business over the years. We're all just a bunch of scumbag peasants. But here's the thing. Here's why people are worried about the future of Star Trek, especially Star Trek Legacy and the Star Trek we all want to see.
Showrunner Terry Matalas wants to keep going with a spin-off show called Star Trek Legacy.
They're at the top of their game, and I want to see more.
Star Trek Legacy, I'm going to assume, now that Alex Kurtzman sees that people like this, he's going to have a hissy fit.
Is Star Trek Legacy going to happen?
Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Terry Matalas made all this possible. He now wants to lead a spin-off series called Star Trek Legacy.
And this is, I feel one of the dangers we're in is giving Alex Kurtzman too much blame when things don't go well, but also, not giving him enough credit if things do go well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, in this wonderful piece that was put together by Fox 11's Alex Michelson, he does a phenomenal job at the press, the red carpet thing. It said that Terry Matalas made this all possible. And while I agree that, listen, Terry Matalas is like God right now to all of us at this point. He did a wonderful, amazing, good job. But also, Alex Kurtzman put him in that position. So you got to give Alex Kurtzman credit, a lot of credit, because sure, while some of the past Star Trek recently has been atrocious and terrible and puke-inducing, other than, except to some smaller group of newer Star Trek fans or whatever, but to the majority of classic fans, mostly, it's been garbage and the numbers don't lie. But you can't just give him all the blame and then not give him any credit. The bottom line is Alex Kurtzman's job is to have Star Trek as his IP and executively produce it by trying to put people in charge of it that are going to make it good based on his choices. And he's made mistakes, in my opinion, and bad choices in the past. But when he hits on something, and honestly, Strange New Worlds has been all right as well. Strange New Worlds has done all right, So while I think a lot of Discovery and some of the other stuff were misses and garbage, he got warm with Star Trek Strange New Worlds, but now he's gotten a home run by selecting Terry. So Kurtzman at this point is done, you know what I mean? He's got he had a couple of bad shots. He had an okay shot with Strange New Worlds, and now, in my opinion, he's had a home run. So, you know what I mean? It's not 3 strikes you're out with Kurtzman. Kurtzman, one mistake, in my opinion, and then a kind of like all right thing, and now he's picked wonderfully. So, hey, it took 3 chances, but we finally got the guy that's making Star Trek that we all like, Terry Matalas. So you got to give the guy credit. But what I will say is that, man, this interview does not look good. It does not look good for Star Trek Legacy based on the mannerisms of this video. Good Lord, does he look terrified to answer this question. He even looks away, and he looks almost sad. And boy, let me tell you something. He does not look good. He looks like a guy who begged the studio to be able to keep doing something with Star Trek, and they allowed him to keep doing Strange New Worlds, and they've allowed him to do a Section 31 movie, and they yelled at him even for that that's a little more than they wanted to give him, and there's no more until those do well. And now he knows, oh shit, they all want Star Trek Legacy. That's never going to happen because they're only going to let me do that if those other shows explode, and Strange New Worlds might do all right, but it really Section 31 is the thing they need to explode. But nobody understands that will never explode. Section 31 isn't going to be good to many people. It's only going to be good to this niche amount of the niche audience that is Star Trek. So Alex Kurtzman, to me, looks like a defeated man in this interview of like, oh, fuck, we're not. So, guys, I got to be honest, this doesn't look good. It does not look good for Star Trek Legacy at this point. Like, oh, we've heard the fans. Oh, well, this does not look good, guys. And I don't think it's even on purpose that Alex Kurtzman screwed the. Like, I don't think Alex Kurtzman meant to disappoint everybody or to do this, but I think he thought he was doing the right thing. Like, I got to have my Section 31 series. Yes, we'll have Starfleet Academy. That's already been in the works. Okay, that's not fine. And now Strange New Worlds, that's our thing. But now Legacy, there's no room for it. And I think he knows that. And I think we're all screwed.
Fans making Star Trek Legacy trend on Twitter every week. Picard on Paramount Plus is one of Nielsen's top 10 streaming shows. Alex Kurtzman is another Star Trek EP.
Is Star Trek Legacy going to happen?
Anything's possible. Anything's possible. We've heard the fans loud and clear. There's obviously more story to tell, so we'll see.
It's about Seven of Nine. It's about Jack Crusher. It's about the LaForge sisters. It's about what else is going on in the galaxy with the Deep Space Nine characters, the rest of the Voyager characters.
And don't forget about the TNG crew.
Honestly, some of these characters I'm not ready to say goodbye to. I think in a lot of ways, Jonathan Frakes, LeVar Burton, Michael Dorn, Gates McFadden, they've just never been better. They're at the top of their game, and I want to see more.
But, hey, listen, Alex Michelson, follow him on Twitter at AlexELEX_Michelson. I used a lot of his clips here in this video. He did a phenomenal job all over Twitter. His Fox 11 report, he interviewed everybody. He's a big Star Trek fan, too. It was wonderful. And this was very telling. And I wouldn't have found this clip if I hadn't seen the clip on Red Letter Media. By the way, Red Letter Media, you got to watch their review of it. They loved it. They said this is the best Star Trek movie of all the movies. This is the one, even though it's not technically a movie. And that's a hell of a compliment, man. So congratulations, and just what a phenomenal series Picard Season 3 has been. It's got problems that people have, and there's little things and nitpicks, but that's with everything. It's so good, though. It's unbelievable. It is legitimately maybe the best post-TNG series Star Trek that we've ever seen. It's no doubt, I think, is that. And I've never heard so many people throw around Emmy, like people should win an Emmy, people should be winning awards. I've not seen that. I didn't see that in Star Trek Strange New Worlds. I didn't see that in Discovery. I didn't see that in any other Star Trek recently. Even the movies. I've never seen that. I've never seen people throw around. And listen, they're probably not going to win any awards and stuff like that. Star Trek never really does. But the fact that people are throwing that around constantly, like, man, Jonathan Frakes should win an Emmy, or they should win an Emmy for this, for the whatever, whether it's the art department, whether it's the music, the story. Like, there's so many different things you could think of award. Like, it's just wonderfully done. And the fact that people are chattering about that, even if it's not going to happen, that still says something, because that doesn't even happen when some people love a show. They don't start throwing around like you need an award. Like, there should be awards given out. So that's just, it speaks to it, man. Anyway, this is Star Trek Late Night. What did you think about this video? Was I being too cynical, dark, depressed, glass half empty? I mean, should I have a more optimistic viewpoint? I don't know. But the Alex Kurtzman face says it all to me, and I'm terrified. Alex Kurtzman, if you're out there, please hire me, actually. No, but no, send me a message on Twitter. And let's do a 5 or 10 minute interview, and let's find out what is really going on in the mind of Alex Kurtzman, because I wish that I could get 5 or 10 minutes with Alex Kurtzman to find out what's really going on, but also to sort of understand him a little bit more and paint him in a better light maybe than he's painted in. Because if you're going to bash Alex Kurtzman for New Trek and this garbage New Trek that people always say and stuff like that, and you really liked Picard Season 3, and maybe some of you guys like Strange New Worlds a little bit, you know what I mean, out there, then you got to give the guy credit when he selects the right people, and you got to give them support when he selects the right people. But, man, will it be a punch right in the face for the people that don't like Discovery and that don't really like Strange New Worlds. Won't it be a punch to the gut if finally this season feels like Star Trek to you and they don't bring back Terry Matalas? But yet, Akiva Goldsman, boom, here's your series. You know what I mean? Star Trek Discovery, 5 seasons. Star Trek Picard Season 3, amazing. We'll see you later. That will make Kurtzman a hated person even more than ever, I think, if they don't move forward with Terry Matalas now, because what you've now said is if the fans really demand it and ask for it, you're not going to give it to them. You know what I mean? But they did give it to them with Strange New Worlds, and that's what I'm worried about, is that Alex Kurtzman's already kind of used up his you get to create a show card, you know what I'm saying, with Strange New Worlds. And I'm just worried that he almost sounds like a guy who kind of wants to do it and kind of does want to hire Terry or keep Terry going. And he hears the fans, but he has nowhere to go. That's what he looks like in this interview. Please be wrong. I've been wrong before. Hell, I owe the IRS $70,000, and my life sucks. And I work 3 jobs. But that being said, thanks for listening to this video. I'm finally going to end it now. Please leave your comments down below with what you think, and leave me a super thanks if you'd like, and I'll definitely respond to that. Much appreciated if you leave a super thanks, which is the little heart button that's a donation on the show and on the comment section down below. We'll see you in the next video. Otherwise, just leave a like and share this and subscribe if you're new, and pass it along to all the weird Trekkie friends you have, and I'll see you next time.
Is Star Trek Legacy going to happen?
Anything's possible. Anything's possible. We're